Welcome back everyone, and this time it's for UFC Louisville, CANNONIER versus IMAVOV. As usual, I'm going to talk only about the main card. This time we've got 6 fights. The first fight takes place in the welterweight division, and we've got Miguel Beza taking on Punaele Soyano. You'll have to excuse me for the pronunciation once again, but I don't know these fighters. Probably they're making their debut in the UFC or just had little fights. Looking at Miguel Beza, he last fought 2 years ago, so really did not know the guy. Don't know the guy. Never seen one of his fights, and I think he lost. And as for Soyano, he fought back in December of 2023, but he lost too, so yeah, I don't know what to say. This fight's going probably to decision, and I'm gonna predict a split decision win for Miguel Beza. Next, we move up to the middleweight division. We've got Julian Marquez taking on Zachary Reese. I don't know, same thing. I don't know both fighters that much. I've heard a bit about Julian Marquez, but yeah, not that impressive in the octagon. So I don't know. Just checking if Zachary Reese is making his debut actually in the UFC, and he's not. So I don't know. Same thing as the fight before. I expect split decision or unanimous decision maybe for Julian Marquez. Next, we actually stay in the middleweight division, and we've got Bruno Ferreira taking on Dustin Stolfus. I'm gonna predict Bruno Ferreira to get the win. That because, well, he's almost undefeated. He has 9 first-round finishes out of 11 wins, and all his wins are by finishes, so 100% finish rate. Clearly impressive. As for Dustin Stolfus, that I don't know that much about, yeah, I can't predict him to get the win, so yeah, Bruno Ferreira to get the win by submission. Probably in the second round or in the first round. Next, we move down to the men's bantamweight division, and we've got Raul Rosas Jr. taking on Ricky Turcios, whatever you pronounce it. I'm gonna predict him to get the win, by the way, because really Raul Rosas Jr. is only going to get presented and hyped as the youngest fighter ever signed. At like 19 or 18, was it 19? I don't know. Clearly, I don't care. He's been exposed as being really green, meaning he's not, like some said, UFC tested or battle tested, whatever. So yeah, young in the game. He has what? An impressive resume with 7 finishes out of 8 wins and 6 first-round finishes. Clearly it's impressive, but he hasn't faced top competition yet. And I think Ricky Turcios is going to be his toughest opponent yet, and he's going to lose this weekend. So yeah, Ricky Turcios to get the win, maybe by a finish, but more likely by unanimous decision. Next, we actually are in the main event, co-main event, sorry, taking place in the light heavyweight division. We've got 15th ranked Dominic Reyes taking on Justin Jacoby. For this one, clearly going to be, in my opinion, Dominic Reyes. Justin Jacoby was a top 15 ranked fighter, but moved down. I think he lost his last fight. Let me check. Yeah, he lost his last fight back in December, so, and he's been in the UFC for quite some time, and he kind of not really break through more than the top 15. Like he cannot go higher, I think. So yeah, Dominic Reyes, even though since the John Jones fight, he's been kind of on and off, and really not that impressive. Yeah, I still think he's going to get the win. You know, he has like what? Yeah, he's on a 4-fight losing streak. So I expect this is the bounce back fight, and he's going to get back in the win column and maybe climb up the ranking once again. So yeah, Dominic Reyes to get the win by decision. Next, and this is the main event, the actual main event, a 5-round fight taking place in the middleweight division, and we've got 4th ranked Jared Cannonier taking on 7th ranked Nassourdine Imavov. And for once, I think this is not a fair fight, but what we expected. Because Jared hasn't fought since last year, almost last year. It was in June 2023. It was the 18th. Let me see. It was the 18th. So a year layoff. But as for IMAVOV, he fought back in February, and he's one guy that kind of been not controversial, but on and off. He lost to Strickland, and there have been this controversy with Chris Curtis. Then, well, later on, he won against Doric, as I said, in February. So clearly a solid contender, reaching and aiming to reach top 5, sorry, and then get a title shot eventually. Personally, I don't think he's going to win this fight. He's very good. I don't doubt that, but Jared Cannonier has more experience. He fought in 3 different weight divisions: the heavyweight division, the light heavyweight division, and the middleweight division. So clearly more experience. I also take in account that Jared Cannonier is aging. You know, he's 40 years old as of now, and going in the fight. And like Nasruddin was like what, 30 or in his 30s, I think, if I remember correctly. So there's an age gap that could determine the result of the fight. Anyway, I'm going to predict Jared Cannonier to get the win, probably by split decision, if I'm honest. As we didn't see him fight for like a year, so I can't expect him to be at the top of his game. So that were my predictions for UFC Louisville, Cannonier versus IMAVOV. I'll leave you there. Until next time.